Hello students, I hope that you will be safe and healthy at your home along with your parents. In the first module of chapter sound, we will learn about production, propagation and hearing of sound. First we will learn about sound. Sound is a form of energy which produces sensation of hearing in us. We are able to hear numerous sounds around us. The everyday sounds include chirping of birds, barking of dogs, honking of vehicles, human voices, sounds of various gadgets working at home such as microwave, dishwasher and washing machine. How do you think the sounds are produced? Sound is always produced by some vibrating body. In humans, when the lungs force air, the vocal cords present in the larynx vibrate to produce sound. Now we will learn few terms related to vibration. To and fro or back and forth motion of a body is called vibration or oscillation. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the oscillating body from its mean position. SI unit of amplitude is meter. Time period is the time taken by the oscillating body to complete one oscillation. Its SI unit is second. The formula of time period is time period equals to time taken to complete vibrations or oscillations upon number of vibrations. Frequency is the number of oscillations completed in 1 second by the oscillating body. Its SI unit is Hertz. If a body completes 50 oscillations in 1 second, then its frequency is 50 Hertz. The formula of frequency is frequency equals to number of vibrations or oscillations upon time taken to complete vibrations. The formula of time period in terms of frequency is time period equals to 1 upon frequency. Now we will discuss few characteristics of sound. The first characteristic of sound is pitch. Pitch depends upon frequency. If the sound produced has a high frequency, it is said to have a high pitch and is said to be shrill. If the sound produced has a low frequency, it is said to have a low pitch and is said to be flat. For example, a female has a shrill voice and a male has a flat voice. Another example, the sound produced by the murmuring of a mosquito is shrill and sound produced by the roaring lion is flat. Another characteristic of sound is loudness. Loudness depends upon amplitude. If the sound produced has a high amplitude, it is said to be loud. If the sound produced has a low amplitude, it is said to be soft. A female has a soft voice and a male has a loud voice. Another example, the sound produced by the murmuring of a mosquito is soft and the sound produced by the roaring lion is loud. Loudness of sound decreases with the increase in distance from the source of sound. That's why the loud sound travels a maximum distance. Means louder is the sound, more is the distance traveled by the sound. The unit used to measure loudness of sound is called decibel. When we talk to one another, how does the sound of one person reach the other? Obviously, the sound vibrations travel through air and reach the ear of the other person. Thus, sound needs a medium for propagation. Sound can travel through solids, liquids, and gases. Sound can't travel through vacuum. The speed of sound is maximum in solids and minimum in gases. The sounds that we hear are actually the vibrations of the air columns around us. More and more air vibrates as the sound grows louder and louder. The organ that enables us to hear is the ear. The ear consists of three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Outer ear is the only part of the ear that is visible. It gathers and leads the sound to the ear canal where they strike the eardrum. The vibrating eardrum sends the vibrations to the middle ear where these are amplified and transmitted to the inner ear. From inner ear, these vibrations go to the brain and brain interprets them as sound. That is how we hear sounds. All the sounds or all the vibrations are not perceived by human ear. Human ear is not sensitive to all the vibrations. If the frequency of the vibrations is less than 20 Hz, then they can't be perceived by the human ear. Such vibrations are called infrasonic vibrations or infrasound. Rhinoceros and whales communicate using infrasounds. Means rhinoceros and whales are able to perceive vibrations less than 20 Hz as the sound. If the frequency of vibrations is between 20 to 20,000 Hz, then they can be perceived by the human ear. Such vibrations are called sonic vibrations or audible sound. If the frequency of the vibrations is more than 20,000 Hz, then they can't be perceived by the human ear. Such vibrations are called ultrasonic vibrations or ultrasound. Ultrasound is produced by dolphins, bats, rats and dogs. Means dolphins, bats, rats and dogs can perceive ultrasounds. They can listen them. Thus the range of hearing for human beings is 20 to 20,000 Hz. Means the human beings can only listen those vibrations whose frequencies are between 20 to 20,000 hertz. Less than 20 or above 20,000 hertz can't be perceived by human ears. Now we will solve few problems. First question is, a pendulum oscillates 40 times in 4 seconds. Find its time period and frequency. As you know, the formula of time period is time taken to complete oscillations upon number of oscillations. Here time taken to complete oscillation is 4 seconds and number of oscillations are 40. So to find time period, we will divide 4 seconds by 40 seconds and thus we get the time period as 0.1 second. The formula of frequency is number of oscillations upon time taken to complete oscillations. So to calculate frequency, we will divide 40 by 4 seconds, getting the frequency as 10 Hertz. In numerical problems, it is essential to write the formula first. So first you will write the formula of time period, then you will substitute the value of time taken to complete oscillation, that is 4 seconds, and number of oscillation as 40, getting the answer as 0.1 second. In the same way, you will write the formula of frequency, number of oscillations upon time taken to complete oscillations. Number of oscillations are 40, time taken is 4 seconds. So on dividing 40 by 4 seconds, we get 10 Hertz. The next question is, the sound from a mosquito is produced when it vibrates its wings at an average rate of 500 vibrations per second. What is the time period of the vibration? In this question, number of vibrations are given to us, which are 500. Time is also given, per second means 1 second. We have to find the time period of the vibration. To find the time period of the vibration, we will write the formula of time period, which is time period equals to time taken to complete oscillations upon number of oscillations. Here time taken is 1 second and the number of oscillations are 500. Therefore, to get the time period, we will divide 1 second by 500. On dividing, we get the time period as 0.002 seconds. So the answer is 0.002 seconds. Now here are few problems for you to solve. First question is, lightning and thunder take place in the sky at the same time and at the same distance from us. Lightning is seen earlier and thunder is heard later. Can you explain why? Second question is, a pendulum takes 16 seconds to complete 80 oscillations. What is the time period and frequency of the pendulum? Keep on solving these questions. See you in the next module of the same chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.